We're live, baby. We're live on the YouTube. It's Monday morning. Sorry, I had the time wrong on there. I said 9:15, but you know we're going live at 9:15 Eastern, not 9:15 in Hawaii. All right. This morning, we got some action, baby. I'm kind of excited to show you guys a couple things this morning, actually. I woke up this morning and saw something on the chart. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of cool, actually. Kind of cool. That's kind of cool. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, you know what to do. Help me blow this stream up. We're live. I could have slept in. I'm tired, but I'm up. 4:15 here in Hawaii this morning. Check this out. Check this out. Y'all ready for this? This is kind of cool, actually. So, looking at this move here, I got another chart over here that I kind of drew it on. But if you look here at this chart, I put this line on the chart, did this little trade last night. See, I feel like this would have been a trade that I normally would have taken, but I would have shorted this thing. But look at how beautifully this played out. I had a target, basically had two different setups here. I had this set up here for this move higher. We had this little liquidity grab there, get that push up there. And then what's funny is you can see we went from here up to there. So when we're looking at this chart here, we can see we push up to our target. So we would have closed that for a nice profitable trade. But look at this. What's interesting is how this broke out. Look at how this broke out here. Guess what it did? It trapped before it broke out. Not funny? Look at it right there. There's the trap. So you got the support. You got this little wick right here. The trap. Pop it off. And from that trap, look at from the 91s up there above 4,000s now. So I thought that was kind of cool. Waking up this morning and seeing that basically had that whole entire setup drawn out before it happened. So the trap is real, my friends. This is the 15-minute chart. You can see that move up there from the 74s up there to the 4,000s now. It's raining here in Hawaii. Surprise. It's been raining pretty much every day here in Hawaii for the last couple weeks. This morning we're going to be opening up with a gap in the chart today. Going to have a gap in the chart. What does that mean? Well, a couple things it means. We're going to be opening up on the SPY right above a pivot point at the 399.37 level. So we pretty much filled that gap from Friday. We gapped down on Friday. We filled that gap today. We pretty much overfilled that gap on the SPY here. Maybe a little bit more, actually. 469 area to fill that gap all the way from Friday. But pretty much we hit 421. So pretty darn close to fill that gap there on the chart. And right now we got this big fair value gap here at the 4,000s. Going into open, key levels to focus on today. It is the beginning of the week, so we got to think, overall, kind of what we're looking at here. If we had that move on Friday, the high, pretty much right there at this 86 level. So that previous day high right there at the 86s. And then we got that previous, well, the previous day low is kind of messed up because it's coming from pretty much Friday, but really the previous day low is the previous week low, actually down there at the 47s. So in terms of levels, I would say if we look here on the hourly chart today, what do we got? We got this resistance here at like the 420 area, actually. So kind of actually got like a little bit of a liquidity grab there above that 420 area. So this wouldn't be a bad kind of target up into that 420s. Very possible, I would say, if we get the continuation push. We got a pivot point as well on the ES at the 417s. So 417 pivot, and we got the pivot point on the ES at the 83s below us. So below us, we basically have the pivot down here at the 83s, and then we have a pivot up here at the 4,017 area. This is the hourly chart right now. You can see the market making the move higher, putting in that higher low, and pushing up here to that 4,020 area right now. The problem is we are going to have, a massive like a massive gap up in the SPY. So I'm thinking there's always a chance of a pullback here at open, maybe push up and then pull back. We'll see. Just kind of wait, be patient, and look for the opportunity here at open today. My goal today is just to really wait for some good setups, you know, nice and easy. Don't need to go crazy. And just wait. Be patient. Wait for the right action, baby. We just need the right action. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, help me out. Blow up that like button. We got 139 likes. We got to get 500 likes here on the stream. Come on. It's Monday, baby. So right now, just kind of waiting to see what happens here at open now. Maybe a possible little pullback here. Would it be a bad idea to kind of pull back into that 4,000 level again? See what happens with that resistance from earlier there at the 4,000s. And then we get that break to the upside. We'll find out. All in a moment of time at 9:30 today when the market opens in 8 minutes. Dun 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 bum bum ba bum 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 dun 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 dun. If we look here at the book map right now, we got a bunch of liquidity stacked up there at the 15s. Then you can see that liquidity up there at the 19s. So something to think about liquidity wise. Not sure why these orders show up there, but they're there. So going into open, a bunch of, I don't want to say like a bunch of liquidity, but definitely a lot of liquidity up there in that 20 area that we already talked about. That 20 area is sitting up there heavy right now. Over 15, go to the 20s there. And then to the downside, you got the little bit of 4,000 support and then that 92 support right now on the book map there. So 4,000 and then 92 after that. Like I said, there's pivot points. We got a pivot point on the ES at the 82s. We got a pivot point at the 16s today. It's like, wait, let me see where is it actually at? Can't even see. I can't even see where it's actually at. It's at 1675 is the exact pivot point. 1675 is the exact pivot point to look at here on the ES right now. So there we go, getting ready for the market to open here. Right now, the 11's acting as support, or that 10 area, 07 right there. Kind of looking like a bull flag here on the 15-minute chart right now. We'll see what happens when we open up, if we get a nice little pullback. Like I said, we're going to be opening up with a massive gap in the SPY. So always a chance of getting a pullback here at open. You got the SPY pivot points there at the 399.20, 399.37 level on the SPY today. So let's go. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, help me out. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Free to like, baby. Free to like. Come on. Bow, 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 bow. What time do I go to bed to wake up this early in Hawaii? Last night I went to bed at 10 o'clock, so probably not the best. I was out at dinner last night. Had a nice little Sunday afternoon. Went to dinner, relaxing. Went to bed at 10. Woke up at 4:15 for you guys. I think, yeah, we have some news this morning, looks like. A little bit of news here this morning. Got about 4 minutes till the market opens. 4 minutes. So this morning we got pending home sales at looks like 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock. Pending home sales, and then we have the Fed Governor Jefferson speaking at 10:30. That's pretty much the news of the day. So pending home sales at 10 a.m. this morning. 10 a.m. All right, all right. Right now, market kind of thinking we're going to get a pullback here at open. I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of looking like that. But if we get over, I'd say if we get over that 12 area, you got that 15 area coming up there next. We'll kind of see how this plays out at open right now. But a little bit of a liquidity grab there above this level. So we'll see if that's going to act as a resistance here at this 12 area here at open. And then possibly get a short back down here. Get that pivot point on the ES. Pivot point, like I said, all the way down there at the 82s from where we're at right now. So there is downside potential here. Downside potential, people. We got about 2 minutes till the market opens. 2 minutes till the market opens. Get ready. Put your little mouses in the potential of making money today. You guys have already, come on, let's hit that like button. We got 328 likes. We got 1,300 people watching. It's free to like. So like I said, we need to get above this level here at open, pretty much that 15 level. We want to get above that. And then you pretty much are looking for that move up from there into that 20 level next. But like I said, we do have a massive gap in the SPY today, so we will be opening up with a big old gap in the SPY. Just a big old gap there. You can see here on the 3-minute chart right now, we got the MACD pulling back. At the MACD earlier, big push up. We're right now holding that 80 EMA. It wouldn't be a bad idea to test that 21 EMA at open there. We could test that 21 EMA right there at like the 4,000 level. Would be ideal. You can see right now that little bit of a trap there above that 12 level. So we'll see what happens here at open. If that 12 to 15 level turns into resistance, possibly get that move back down here. Got about 45 seconds now. 45 seconds. Right now, pushing up there again into the 12s. Let's see what happens here at open. Kind of think that we get a test of that 15 level, and then we'll see what happens here at open. We're gonna re-push up into that, push up into this level again here, the 12 to 13s. And here we go. Market is open for business. So looking to see what happens here. If we're going to push up into that 12 area again, get denied. Or if we push through that on the book map right now, we got a pivot. We got a point of control right now there at the 10-11 area. We've got a pivot point on the SPY down at the 399.37s. A little bit of a trap right there to the downside. Right now, kind of holding that 07 level. So we're watching to see kind of what happens here. We're going to bounce off of this level. I think back over 12s gets interesting. You get back over that 12 level. See what happens from there. Right now, just kind of pulling back here into the 08s. 0750 level there. You can see that 21 EMA right now down there at the 05 levels. So we got the MACD right now crossing. Will that be the denial here? Over 12s, I would say we push up there to the 20s. That pivot point next up there at the 1675 level. Right now, pulling back here. 399.37 level on the SPY. Looking for some support there. A bunch of liquidity on the book map up here right now at the 11s. 11 to 12 level. I think there's a good chance of kind of squeezing back up if we get going above that 12 level. So right now you can see some liquidity coming in there. Trying to hold this down at the 07, 08s. Need to hold here to get a push up above that 12s next. There's a point of control right there at that 09s right now we're watching. And we're trying to hold this bottom here, this low area at the 08s. So we get pushing above that point of control 09s, test that 12 area possible. Right now, bouncing off the VWAP on the SPY as well. So showing support there on the SPY. Pivot point 399.37. And trying to hold this fair value gap on the bigger time frame, that 15-minute time frame. And there's a fair value gap kind of like right here as well. So market looking like it wants to squeeze back up here. If it can just hold right now at this level, it'll start to squeeze. If it can't hold here, well, then we'll go down, down, down. But right now on the book map, look at all that liquidity sitting there at the 10s right now. If we get over this 10 level, we go, go, go. So just now waiting to see what happens at that 10 level here. It just cleared out. Look at, they just cleared out that liquidity. I think we're going to see if we're going to push now through that point of control there at the 09s. You saw they had all that liquidity sitting there at the 10s. It just pulled it away. So in theory, we should be able to push. Let's see if it's going to get through here. Still holding there, 06s, 05s. Trying to hold this support level, but they pulled that liquidity and then just took it right down. That's kind of interesting. You guys saw how they pulled that liquidity for a second there, and now market's moving down. So interesting. Down there to the 04s. So it's pretty much got to bounce right here, or we're going to go lower. It's getting hot already. So the market moving down here now. Down to that previous area of support there, the 04s. We talked about that earlier. Then below this, you got 4,000 down there next. Looking like a short setting up here. If the SPY starts selling through that pivot point, 399.37, we should get a nice little move down there to the 398s or lower with this setup right now. Unless they're going to trap everybody here. Right now, the market trying to push back up here, getting stuck again at that resistance. That support turning into resistance here. If it gets over 08s, I would say now we would squeeze back up. That 08 level being that key level to watch here. Like 08.75. There's that 21 touch we talked about earlier. That 21 EMA right there on the 3-minute chart. Will we be able to squeeze back up over 08s and then push up there to the 20s next? Looking like it. Market trying to figure out where it's going to go here. Definitely tricky here. A lot of liquidity still sitting there at the 10s, 11s. I think if we get over the 09s, we should push up to the 12s next. And market back down, chopping around here right now, just not giving us a clear, beautiful entry. Kind of just chopping around here. We got those numbers coming out at 10 a.m. today. The SPY kind of getting below the VWAP, getting below that pivot point at the 399.37 level. So looking bearish right now. If they're going to move this back down, try to get below that 4,000 level. Get that big gap in the SPY this morning, a massive gap in the SPY, pretty much all the way back down to like 396 to fill that gap. And right there, we got that fair value gap on the 1 minute chart here. So now you're basically, if you're short, you're looking for this to stay below this 06, 08 level. That moment of truth. The SPY still holding that 399.37 pivot down there. There's that chop back up now, 08s. The chop is real. Look at this. It's like they really want to test that swing high one more time there at the 14s. What do you think? What do you think? Test that high again up there. Point of control on the book map right now at the 08 level there. 08.75. Right now, that 3 minute chart and looking pretty indecisive both ways, both long and short today. And still just going sideways here. We really haven't broken out. We had that 4,000 level we talked about earlier. Right there. Market is going sideways right now. I think if we get over 08s here, over 08s, we're going higher. Let's see. Trying to push back up there, that 750, 80 area right now, acting as resistance. We get through that here on the book map. We push up there to the high of day, I think, or till the high from pre-market, that 1415 level. Let's see if we're going to go now. And once again, just getting stuck right there. Wow. No moves, up and down. The spears on Bookmap are the volume aggregates. What signal am I looking for on the Bookmap? Not really looking for a signal on the Bookmap right now. I mean, we're just pretty much stuck in this area here, so not really much to do, to be honest. I have to might just wait till those numbers come out. We're just stuck here. Market doesn't want to go up. It doesn't want to go down. It just wants to go sideways here at open. And now back down there to the 4,000s. That SPY pivot there, 399 level, just holding support right now. 399.37 on the SPY, holding that support level. On the book map here, again, just jumping around at the 4,000s. On the SPY, we got on the ES, we got the next pivot all the way down there at the 82s. So if we get the break below 4,000, we'll see what happens. Got the 82 pivot down there. Also some other stuff lining up as well here. Ugh. We got those numbers coming out at 10 a.m. Numbers at 10 a.m. If you guys haven't hit that like button, help me out. Blow up that like button, please. Thank you very much. Wow, once again, bouncing off 4,000 here. Like I said, we're just kind of waiting for that data to come out. Needs something to happen here. The market just going sideways right now. Holding that 4,000 level here. Little trap there below 4,000. Possibly start to squeeze back up again. Well, a little trap right there below 4,003. On the book map right now, we got that liquidity there at the 03s, 02s, and 4,000. We got the point of control still there at the 08, 09 level here. Maybe you kind of push back up here. See what happens if you get denied once again at that 08, 09 level here. Let's see. On the 3-minute chart right now. We got this fair value gap right there on the 3-minute chart here at the 06s. And we got data coming out at 10 a.m. Home sales, pending home sales coming out at 10 a.m. this morning. I would say as long as the market stays below this 08 level, it's definitely a short right now, but market's just been kind of chopping around here this morning. You can see the wicks here on the 3-minute chart. Never a good sign when you have all this wick action like that. But you can see overall still the downtrend staying strong right now. But it does kind of look like it's curling back up here. Little smiley face there on the chart. Wee. Fuck, it's a battle right now. I mean, it could either it could drop right through this level or we squeeze back up. It's kind of just in the middle right here. No clear, kind of making some teeth here. Bar coding, basically. Just bar coding right now. Hard to make money when the market's just going basically every little candle up and down, what, 3 or 4 points. And once again, going to be testing that kind of upper trend line there, that downtrend that we've had this morning on the 3-minute chart here since open, basically. Well, since 8:51. And on the book map, kind of watching here, we got that 08 level looking thick again. 08's looking thick again here. The SPY pivot there, 399.37, holding right now. But still no convincing move here on the ES. No convincing move yet. Starting to get back up here above the 80 EMA, the 21 EMA. We got the MACD starting to push back up here. So if we can get above that 08, 09 level, should be able to go doot, 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 doot. Like that. We'll see here. Right now, like I said, looking, it's going to push up there 16s. And looking like possibly pushing up here. Let's see. Now we're breaking above that 09s. We got this little idea here of squeezing up there towards that 16 level. That high up there, the 14.25 so far. That smiley face. You can see the smiley face playing out here. Will the smiley face pay the bills? The MACD trying to push back up here on the 3-minute chart right now. So far, you got that 12 area acting as resistance there. We get over that 12s being the next resistance there. Over 12s, we should push the 20s. Right now, the market's still just not sure which way it wants to go here. We got the news coming out in 6 minutes. Pending home sales in 6 minutes today. Pending home sales. Still holding there on the EMAs right now. The 80 EMA, the 21 EMA trying to cross up. The MACD looking very much like it wants to cross here as well. So we'll see what happens. I think that right now the market is just waiting for those numbers to come out here. We got that pivot point, like I said, on the ES up there at the 1675. So 1675 being a target, then up there to the 20s next. The SPY holding that 399.37 level here. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, help me blow up the likes button. We got 2,100 people watching. Let's go. It's Fresh Cash. Well, it's Fresh Cash Monday. Mega Money Mondays. Mega Money Mondays. There's already videos on the book map here on the channel. Go check them out. Check out the videos on the channel. There's lots of videos. And right now, looking like we're going to push up here. Let's see. 12's getting tested. We got a high of 1125 so far there. On the book map right now, you can see liquidity there, the 14-15 level. Just kind of waiting to see. I'm not really doing anything until the data comes out here. At this point, I'd rather wait for the data to come out. We get a push up, and then we get to a better setup here. Right now, kind of just chopping. Let's get out of this level. Let's just get out of here. You know, we got to get out of this area. Right now, the MACD still curling up there, trying to push. You got that 12 area as resistance right here. So we get over 12, push up there towards that 15, 16 level. There's that push to the 12s now. Get over 12s, and then you see 15. There's that push up there to the 13s. Beautiful. Let's see if we're going to get all the way up there to that high there, 1450 area. Got 1 minute till the news comes out here. 1 minute. There's a bunch of liquidity setting up right now at that 15 level. We got that push over 12s. We pushed up there so far to a high of 1425. Looks like we're going to hit 15s here. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? All right. Nice little move here up there to the 15s. Got these numbers coming out in about 1 second. About 40 seconds, actually. Bunch of liquidity right now there at the 15s. Will it break through there? You can see the iceberg orders popping up there. The liquidity, the battle. I think if we push, get the good numbers, we'll just squeeze right through that 15 level here. And you got 20 seconds till that data comes out on pending home sales. So let's see what happens here over. Get above this 15. You got that pivot point, like I said, at the 1675s. And there we go. Data is out. Will we push through the 15s here? A lot of orders coming through. They're trying to push. Look at that. 850 contracts being traded right there at the 15s. Somebody's holding it down. Look at them. Ay, ay, ay. Will they take them out here? 900 now. 911. 912. Someone's just sitting there right there. Right at 15 right now. Holding this thing down. They said, you shall not pass. You shall not pass. If we get over 15, we definitely go to 12 next. I mean, to go to 20 next. Right now, that 15 area acting as resistance. Pretty heavy resistance there at the 15. So, got to get through that big seller there. Looks like once again trying to test there. Get above that 15 level. And still that 15 seller sitting there right now. Look how heavy that red, the darker the colors, where you get that really dark red, orange, that's where there's going to be a lot more liquidity sitting at, a lot more orders. And right now you can see liquidity coming in there once again. I think we go over 15s here. Let's see. Once again, testing 14 here. Let me get that breakthrough 15. There's that big seller sitting there at 15s right now. Get through that 15 level. Push it there to the 20s next. Will they take him out? Will they take out that 15s? Oh, they're trying. Look at them. Look at that battle right now. Still just sitting there. There they go, through the 15s. Like I said, through the 15s now. Up there, the 16, we got that 1675 pivot point coming up next. And then I think we could push to the 20s. We get over this level here. $17's on the book right now. $17.25, the high so far. You get above that and then touch up there at the 20s. You got all that liquidity there at the 20s. Take that liquidity out. Would basically be where you need to be. Nice little squeeze up there. Like I said, going for that 20 push. And there we go. I'm pretty much going to go ahead and claim it. We claimed it. The 3-minute chart giving us the setup right there on the 3-minute chart here. Look at that breakout from the lows there at the 4,000s. We talked about that pre-market. The idea of pulling back here to this previous area kind of resistance here. You can see like on the 1-minute chart here. Kind of that 4,000 area. We broke through that big candle right here, broke through that earlier this morning. We held that 4,000 level and then squeezed up there on the 1-minute chart and getting that nice little breakout here on the 3-minute chart as well. So the Lux Algo indicator actually putting the trend line on there for us. Kind of the Patrick Wieland setup here. Do, and then reap. I actually drew this line here earlier. Remember, we drew this line, the idea of pushing up there. So there it is. You can say we... hindsight, no more, my friends. Nice little push up there, 18s. I think we go to the 20s next. There's 19. The Lux Algo works on every time frame, yes. Basically, like what you want to do with these setups, these Lux out with the Lux Algo is you kind of want to start out with like, let's start at a 15-minute time frame. We'll kind of see, okay, we look at the 15-minute time frame. We see there's a fair value gap right there on the 15-minute time frame. So now we're like, okay, we know that this area is kind of what we're looking at for the pullback to buy the dip here off of that fair value gap, the middle of that fair value gap, right? So at this point, now we know on the 15-minute chart, let's just like pretend that we don't know this is going to break up. Let's just say we see the pullback here. Where are we looking for the entry? You know, we're basically at that point, let's go to the 3-minute chart. If we look at the 3-minute chart, we see we got the pullback there. So we're like, okay, if we get over the 08s here, we get over this level right here, 08, 09 level, then we get that push up there to the 20s. And then again, you could even zoom in a little bit more to the 1-minute chart. And guess what we found here? If you look at the 1-minute chart here, guess what we got? You guys seeing that? Anyone else seeing that? Anyone else seeing that? What does that look like to you? It looks like a trap. Well, it basically pulled back to that 1-minute fair value gap, but still I would say this is looking very trappy. Running liquidity below that 4,000 level, and then you got those 2 wicks right there. 2 wicks on that thing. Run that liquidity, and there's that push up there to the 20s. Pretty much, I mean, we got 1975, so I can go ahead and just drop the mic. I mean, at that point, 1975 is fucking on the money here. And there's that move up there to the 20s. So, let's go. Now the question is, we got that pivot point on the ES here. Pivot point at the 1675. Well, let's see what happens now. Now we just kind of wait once again to kind of see what happens here. 20s on the book map. Looking pretty heavy right now. 20 book map heavy there. And there's that push to the 20s again. Wow. This thing's got no pullbacks. No chill today. No chill today in the market. Market said everybody's going to get screwed today. I saw a lot of people talking about being short there at open, and then that was probably a good indicator. When all the chat's talking about being short, well, there's probably a good chance that the market's going to go higher. It's just the way that it is. The chat, you know. I feel like the more people are like you gotta look for the really serious people in the chat that are like talking about levels, talking about their whole plan of where they're gonna short at and everything, and then you know the market's gonna go higher. There it is, up to the 25s. I took a little trade from the 14s, got the breakout over the 14s, took profit there at 18.75. But there it is, up to the 20s. So beautiful move here. Well, let's go. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, subscribe button, you know what to do. If you want to learn more about Topstep, getting into a funded account, check out Topstep, link in the chat box to learn more about starting to trade futures today. So we got a decent amount of resistance up here in the 20s. We got resistance at that 23 level, resistance at the 28s, and then a lot of resistance up there in the 30s. So thinking we maybe get a little bit of a pullback here. Get a little bit of a pullback here. There's a little bit of a pullback there. A little bit of a pullback. Got the 80 EMA, got the 21 EMA, got the 21 EMA down there at the 10s. Wouldn't be a bad pullback area. Mary made 10 points. Let's go. Kind of sitting back here waiting and watching. We got that 22 area looking kind of heavy. We need some kind of, you know, some setup here. We don't want to just jump in and go crazy just because the market's moving. We want to wait for those good setups, my friends. King Jad, when does a profit update? It updates at the end of the day, normally like after 5 o'clock on Topstep. So now the nice thing about this strategy, really, if you're looking, let's say you're looking for a trade here, now you're basically just looking for this thing to kind of consolidate, pull back here. And at that point, you know, look for a pullback here. We definitely don't want to just be buying just because we're moving higher here. We want to wait for that pullback, the next setup. We got a pivot point on the ES all the way up there at the 55, 57 level next. So we'll see how this plays out. Mastro, you're still short. I get it, bro. I get it. I see you keep talking about all the bearish ideas. If we would have listened to you 20 minutes ago, we would all lost money. So, no offense. No offense, my friend. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. Right now, the market there, 22 liquidity sitting there, and above that, 25, and then 1850 there on the book map right now. Master, you said your fucking limits were... I'm not even gonna scroll up. You said you were shorting this pop, so get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? Mastro literally says, I have a limit to sell at 12,000, 1224. Did we not go over 12,024? And then you said you had a limit to short, I guess, below 0275 on the... What do you like? This guy, this fucking guy. You literally said that. I can screenshot it, you fucker. This guy doesn't even know what he wrote. He literally wrote he was going to short below 0275. And he was going to short 124. There's literally video. There's a fucking video of him saying that he's going to short below 0275. Guess where we look at this drop right there on this candle. He literally said going to short 0275. And now he's still trying to give us advice. I'm just messing with you, Mastro. Just messing with you, you know. I gotta give you shit. Don't get all butthurt. Right now the market's sitting here at the 20s. Looking to see kind of what happens here at this level. We got a liquidity grab above 22, kind of 24 area. Looking to see if we're going to test that again. And then we get denied possible short opportunities. So we basically want to like see what happens here with these candles. Call 1-800-MASTRO to know when to not trade or to do the opposite. Hey, this is 1-800-MASTRO? Hey, yeah, nice to get. Oh yeah. So you're going to short? You think you're going to... Okay, you're going to get short? Okay, perfect. I'm going to get long. Thank you. Bye. Definitely looking a little shorty here. As long as we stay below that high of day there. 2475 area. I would say we then pull back, kind of test that 15, possibly down there to the 10s again. You can see here on that 1 minute chart, that little liquidity grab above that 22 level here. So still kind of watching to see what happens right here. If we're going to break to the downside here or not. One minute chart pretty much going sideways here at the 20s right now. I saw a pretty good quote the other day for trading. Pretty good quote, actually. The quote goes that it's better to be late to the trade. That way you know that, number one, you were either wrong or you know that you were right and you should jump into the trades. So I think a lot of times we try to get too excited. We want to be, you know, the first ones. Oh, I got long at the bottom. But sometimes it's not always the best idea. My settings for Lux Algo. There's the Lux Algo settings there. Right now, chopping around here at the 20s. There's my settings for Lux Algo. It's pretty standard. Still kind of battling here at the 20s. See if we're going to test that 24.75 area again. Look at that 1 minute chart right now. Looking like there's a nice little trend there on the 1 minute chart. On the 3 minute chart here, still not getting down there to that 21 EMA. I would have loved to gotten that 21 EMA touch here on this pullback before going higher. Problem is, the more and more it just keeps going higher and higher, the further away from those EMAs, the more chance of a pullback. So just got to be careful here. Definitely don't want to get long at the top. Buying high, selling low is never a good way to make money, my friends. Never a good idea to make money trying to buy high, sell low. You'll just, it's a really difficult, it's a very difficult way to trade. Very difficult. Hard to make money. Can't hold this 20 level, we should start moving back down. I would say at least to the 11-10 area. Got the VWAP on the SPY down there, 399.95s. 399.95s. That 1 minute chart, we got to get below that 1975s here, and then we can try to move down into this level here. Scott Price walking away with $1,600. Never a bad day. Nothing wrong with taking your profit and running away, my friends. Right now it's 10:21 here on the East Coast. Well, on the East Coast. And looking for this move down here now. Let's see. That 1975 level needs to break through strong here. But I'm thinking we get this move at least down to like the 10s here. Currently short right now. I'm trying to get this move down. Like I said, currently short right now. I got my stop pretty much at that high area. I feel pretty good about it. It's an overall good risk to reward. We'll see if we can continue lower. I would like to get down to at least 15s or lower, maybe 14s. And we'll see if we can go lower here today. Right now, just watching that 1 minute chart here. Totally fine with this pushing back up as long as it stays below 23, 24 level. Then we can continue lower. Just looking for this, I think. Yeah, like you can see that pretty much like this previous area of resistance here is kind of what I'm looking for into here to at least pull back. That puts us pretty much like right into the 21 EMA as well on the 3 minute chart there. There we go. Beautiful. Can we get all the way? Give me that 15. Just give me right to the 15s. Boner candle to the 13s maybe. Got the VWAP on the SPY down there at the 399.97 area. 399.97. 399.99. Got to get through this 80 EMA right there. We're holding up the 80 EMA, get away from that 80 EMA down there to the 21s next, down to the 14s or 15s here. Market still holding here at the 20s. Might get stopped out of this short. Let's see. Does not want to go down right now. The MACD is still holding up, but everything's kind of lining up to pull back. We just a little consolidation up here right now in the 20s. Still got my stop above the highs. Just kind of waiting right now. See if we're going to make this lower high. Definitely want to get denied here in this level sooner than later. Still showing strength right now. Uh-oh. Just trying to stay patient here. As long as we don't make a new high, we're good for the short. So we just keep holding on to it here. And let's say keep this party going. Basically just got my stop above the highs there. And we'll see if we can continue lower through here now. That 23 area acting as resistance again. And right now back to the 20s. Right there where that 80 EMA is. So I'm pretty much just going to put my stop right there above 23.25. So I'm only risking 3 points here basically for a 6 to 7 point move to the downside, or even more, honestly. If we start to sell, I could really ramp this up here. So back below my entry there at the 20s now. We need to do something here. It needs to start sell, sell, sell. Try to get down there to the 15s next. There we go. Beautiful. We're holding there. Let's break it. Break the 18s, baby. Break the 18s. We got to get through this low right there, that 18 level. We don't want to get stuck there again. Make a double bottom here. We want to get through 18. So at this point, I'm going to just move my stop to basically break even, just in case this thing spikes back up, just to protect my profits on the day. But I think we're going to break through here, so I'm feeling pretty good. There's that breakthrough, 1750. Beautiful. I'm going to put some orders out here. I'm going to try to get one buy at 1550. And then one buy there at the 1375, and then we'll kind of see what happens from there. All right, down there to the 16s now. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. $16.75 now. Can we get $15.50 to get my first fill down there? Big buyer just popped up there at the 1550s, actually. Ugh, I hate when that happens. On the book map. Is it just a fake out, or should I cover? That's always the million-dollar question. I hate sometimes when you see this. Sometimes it's like better. Is it better to not see it, or is it better to see it? I'm not sure. It's not really sure sometimes. Would I be better off just not knowing that there's a buyer there, or am I better off knowing there's a buyer there? Does it mess up my psyche? The million-dollar question, my friends. I definitely agree. Sometimes too much info is too much info. Too much info is too much info. Right now, a little bit of a liquidity grab here below 18s. I don't like that. I don't like that, this setup right here. We need to continue lower through here. Need to continue lower through here now. Now back up there to the 20s. All right, right now that fair value gap getting respected right there. So let's see if we can get this move through the 18s again. Still short. Playing basically my stop above this high right here. Beautiful. Come on. Give it all the way down there. Just give me that 15s. Come on, baby. 1650 so far. It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning. Oh, God. So close, so close. We're so close. We're going to get filled. We're going to get filled. Come on. Who doesn't get filled here? Who doesn't get filled? Patrick gets filled. When I put an order out there, it gets fucking filled, people. It gets fucking filled. Yes, sir. So at this point, I'm basically just going to keep my stops here, right? Just keep my stops right above that high, and we should be able to kind of just ride this momentum down, try to get 13s next, and then, you know, down to the 10s from there. So pretty easy little setup here. All right, through the 15s now, looking for that next fill at the 1375s. Right into 1375 here. You can see on the Lux Algo, the setup that we had there. Beautiful little setup here with that fair value gap. I mean, this was the better entry for sure, getting short on that fair value gap right there, but I got short here a little bit earlier when we saw that we kind of gotten stuck, getting filled. Look at this thing. Fucking let's go, boys. Let's fucking go. Come on. How am I so fucking good sometimes? The world's ending. There must be some type of bad news happening. Look at that fucking move. Are you kidding me? The Fed talking. I didn't even know he was talking. I forgot about that guy. I'm going to take one more off right there. I'm going to leave one runner. So we got the fill down there at the 10s. We got one runner left. Let's just fucking go at this point. We're going to let it fucking ride. Let's just fucking let it ride. Oh my God. Are we going for 20 handles on the stream right now, baby? 20 handles, winning every day. I told you guys, short from the fucking 20s. Look at this move now, down there to the 07s. I got one contract left from 20s. I'll take some profit, maybe below 4,000 if we get down there, but I'm pretty happy with just that one contract right now running. Let's go. What a fucking short. Look at that thing. The whole setup was really simple for you guys. I want to show you really quickly what we had set up there. On this move, what we're looking at, very simple. What do we got? I talked about this over the weekend, Saturday, talked about it Sunday, this setup right here. This is the fucking money setup, my friends. On the 3-minute chart here, what do we have? We had that liquidity grab above the 22s. We get stuck there. All we had to do is just draw our little lines right across the chart there. And then we look for our, look at this thing, still fucking going, boys. We're still short. We're still fucking short. Over almost 16 handles right now. I'm going to put an order right here at the 4,000. See if I get filled. Maybe a little bit. 401. Let's see. If he keeps speaking. He keeps speaking here. Let's see. We'll leave it out there. We'll leave it out there for now. I think we might get filled either way. But you can see the setup here, guys. This is what we're talking about over the weekend. Ding, 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 right? This whole little area, these white bars. We got the liquidity grab. We got the stuck. We're getting stuck there. We had that big move up here on the 3-minute chart. Everything lined up beautifully. We had that right now, that low of day down there at the 02s, kind of, well, not the low of day, but the low right there, that little swing holding us up support right now. But the setup was beautiful, right? We had the whole setup. We had it all lined up for you guys. You saw it on the stream live. We're getting stuck there. What are we looking for? We're basically looking to short into this resistance there. We're shorting into that resistance right here. Bang, short, to the downside. Beautiful move here. And there you have it. Locking and rolling, baby. Rocking and rolling. I'm absolutely murdering it right now. Gotta love it. Still got one contract short. Like I said, just I'm gonna keep it. I'll put it to guarantee that I at least walk away with 10 handles on that move. But I think we can still kind of let this one ride. Either we're gonna get 10 handles or we're gonna walk away with 20 handles. Can we get this move through the 4,000s now? 05's down there. I think we might get it. Let's see. Get through this level here. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. He's good. He's really, really good. He's really, really good. The guy's really, really good. Oh God, you gotta love it. Sorry, I enjoy it. I enjoy making money. Somebody asked me the other day, you know, what am I gonna be happy? When am I gonna, like, how much money do I need to make until I'm happy? It's not about how much money, right? Like, I don't give a fuck about how much money. The idea here is, how can I make the money? I want to make the money, right? Like, I want to make the money. It's like the game, right? Like, I'm basically playing a game. I'm taking money from your pocket. I'm putting the money in my pocket. Maybe not everyone's pocket, but basically 1-800-Mastro. Oh, God. I like it. I like it. I like it. So there's that move. Look at that. Down there, we got cover there at the 01s. The low at 75s right now. Guys, we gotta, if you're losing money today, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. You know, let's fix that. Watch my videos. You know, I'm not gonna tell you that I can make you a millionaire, but if you watch my videos, you can actually learn. You know, you can learn a few things. I like look at my videos sometimes and I'm like, there's only 3,000 views. What if I told 1 million people that if they watched my videos, they could actually learn to make money? That's what's so crazy. Like, people will watch videos of fucking some reality TV star taking a poop on a, you know, just sitting on a toilet taking a poop. There'll be 1 million views. But then it's like, there's a video on the internet that'll teach you how to make money. And people are like, nah, I don't want to watch that. That sounds terrible. I want to watch the reality TV star taking a shit. That's what I want to watch. You know? I just want to watch the reality TV star pooping. Gosh, darn it. Look at that move. 20 handles live on YouTube. You guys saw the short. You saw the setup. You saw it all go down live. This is all in real time. It's all happening, baby. They could not have called that short any better at that point. And look at that move back down there. Can you link that video? The video to link. Pretty much I would just link, just go watch all the videos. Your best bet is just watching every fucking video there is on my YouTube. Watch it 20 times. I mean, you could be like my competitor right now and make, you know, $100 a day, whatever you want to do, but I'm trying to make some serious money this year, my friends. I'm trying to make some serious fucking money this year. That video right there that I just linked is probably a pretty good video to watch if you haven't watched a recent video of mine talking about kind of some setups and stuff like that. Right now, the market below the 4,000s here. There we go. I think I'm going to be done for the day, to be honest. I don't want to say that I was, you know, a little lucky on that last trade, but I was definitely a little lucky there. I was definitely a little lucky on that last trade that all played out the way that it did. But the focus is, you know, we were in the money. We were on the right path. How much do I keep? Keep 90% of the profits from Topstep. If you're trading through Topstep, you keep 90% of the profits. The first 5,000 is free. And there's that pushback up right now. So 4,000 level, we had that previous little fair value gap there on the 3-minute chart. Once again, acting as support there. The Lux Algo did basically show us that that was a premium area up there at the high. But really for me, this was all, I didn't really need any. I could just get rid of every indicator there was. You know, if we get, let's just get rid of all the indicators here. It was really simple. Like I said, we're just looking for that liquidity grab. That's all we're looking for. This is exactly what we talked about on Friday. This right here. So what does that tell you when you look at this, right? If you look at this chart, what does it tell you? We got this liquidity grab. We break above the high. We come right back down. And then guess what? We now turn this area into resistance. What's a liquidity grab? So liquidity is basically where there's buyers and sellers at, you know, where there's orders at, where there's stop losses. So what they do is basically, let's pump this up, right? Because the thing is, like, if I'm a short, I don't want to short at the bottom. I want to short at the top, right? So if I'm trying to get people to buy up here above this level, what do? I get the market to pop above these stops. I take out all these stop orders. So you have the shorts that were shorting here. They get stopped out here. That creates more volume. It creates more buying. And now you have the smart shorts who are shorting up here into this level. The big guys, they're shorting here. And then guess what? We get stuck. Every time we push back up in there, what do? They short it again, and then they push it up or down. The market needs liquidity to move up and down, you know? 5 Mile, look at that, making $1,000, $2,000 consistently. Let's fucking go. But you can see it on the 1-minute chart again. Really, like, this is, I don't want to say it's like obvious, but it's very, very, it's kind of like, you know, they're basically, this is like their, I would say this is like big money putting their fingerprints, little clues, right? Little clues. So when we see these little clues like that, we got to be like, huh, what's going on here? Because you basically reran that liquidity, we get stuck, and then now we're down there at the 4,000s. I'm pretty happy. The best part about it is, you know, this is a setup, but this is a strategy that we've been talking about pretty recently on the channel. So I get excited because it's like, hey, look, you know, people love to talk shit. They're like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, this doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, this strategy works. It works, right? Like, it's not fucking rocket science. You don't need to be a fucking genius to be able to trade this strategy. I mean, even on the 3-minute chart, you know, with the EMAs, you got the breakdown there, but I would say this was just really came down to liquidity, nothing more. Guys, like, I didn't go to college. I'm not a fucking financial advisor. I'm just an idiot on the internet. And if I can do it, why can't you do it? You know what I mean? That's all. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing special about me other than the fact that I just show up every day. That's literally all it is. I just show up every day. You know? I just show up every day. Remember, trading's not about being wrong or being right. It's just about making money. That's all it comes down to. That's all that comes down to, is fucking making money. It doesn't matter what your strategy it is, what your strategy is. It doesn't matter. Any of that, none of that stuff matters. All that matters is, are you making money? You know, that's all it comes down to. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, help me blow up that like button. To be fair about Mastro, he was kind of right about the short. He wasn't right. That's the thing, guys. Just because if I sit here, you know, if I'm like, let's say this morning, I'm like, all right, guys, I'm going to short here at the O2s. I'm shorting O2s. I wasn't right, right? Like, just because the market moved back the O2s, if I short here, guess what? I lost money. So that's not being, you know, it doesn't matter if you were right here and the market moved down. What matters is, did you make money? You know? So, and if we look here on the hourly chart, guess what we got? That Friday high area. We talked about that as well on the weekend videos. Right through there, that Friday high area acting as resistance again. Garrison, $25. Let's fucking go, my boy. Someone's buying Chipotle today. No Chipotle in Hawaii, but if I did have Chipotle, I would fucking order it, Garrison, just for you, my friend. Thank you for that. Is it setting up for the bottom? See, this is what I hate. I hate trying to, like, guess what's going to happen next. Well, you know, definitely some liquidity grabbing down there right now. We do have that pivot point on the SPY. I would say this really comes down to what happens with that pivot point on the SPY. That 399.37 pivot point on the SPY there. But this does look more like it's kind of like it wants to push back up here. You can see we broke through that kind of support there. We grabbed that liquidity. And then you're thinking, okay, maybe we push back up into this level again. I mean, obviously, you know, it's not always just simply this. I don't really know what the Fed said either. Maybe the news is just really bad news as well. So this gets tighter and tighter here. We'll see. Let's turn on the Lux Algo again. We got that implied fair value gap right there as well, acting as resistance here. So to the downside, we got that previous, I don't think it was even the previous day high, but that was like the pre-market high there from Sunday. Denver, Colorado. Let's go. New old-time subscriber, new-time member. Is there something like Chipotle in Hawaii? There's not really anything very similar to Chipotle in Hawaii. There's like some, you know, Mexican places, but they're not the same. It's not the same. Are we bear flagging here? Kind of. That was a big move down here. I mean, that was a big move from the 20s down here to the 4,000. So I would expect, you know, a little kind of bounce back up. I just feel like it's too easy to like just short right here, you know? Is the local food super good? I don't know. I wouldn't say that. No offense to anybody in Hawaii that makes food, but the food in Hawaii is a little suspect. A lot of fried food, a lot of spam, musubi. Well, it's kind of the Hawaii food is kind of like a mixture of Asian and barbecue. Like a mixture of Asian food and barbecue. And where I live at, I also live in the middle of nowhere, so we have like, there's nothing really here other than a grocery store and then a couple food trucks. Do they eat lots of pigs? I mean, they eat a lot of, I would say, pork, probably. Yeah, Kailua pork is famous here. Let's go. Shaheen making $550 today. I'm interested to see if it's going to try to bounce back up here. Like I said, kind of looking more like maybe we push back up, test that 12 area again. Will it happen? We'll find out. We'll get over this 05 level again. Maybe push up there to the 12s. Steak and eggs. You know how I'm living. Every day. Steak and eggs, baby. Steak and eggs. Right now, holding this level, we're going to push back up. If I was a betting man, I would maybe bet on that idea of this pushing back up. If only I was a betting man. If only I was a betting man. Market right now holding here. Holding. We're holding. It's kind of chopping around right here. So from here, it looks like I would say the next level really is like that low from the Sunday night session down there at the 91s. And then after that, you're looking at like 87.50 area. We got a pivot point at the 82s as well on the ES here. You can see on the 15-minute chart right now, breaking to the downside there. I just wasn't too excited about shorting down here at the bottom. Just don't. I don't like shorting the bottom. I like to short the top, not the bottom. There's that move down there, 97s now. It's hard to make money shorting at the bottom, covering at the top. People try to do it, but I'm telling you, it is very difficult to make money when you're shorting at the bottom and covering at the top. It's just very difficult. Probably one of the hardest ways to trade. There is no harder strategy, no way to make money, harder way to make money than shorting at the bottom, covering at the top. Also, like so for me, I really was looking for more. If we're gonna try to get short here in this level, I would have liked to kind of had maybe a little, little wick up to this level would have been nice. You get a wick up to that level, it kind of really shows we kind of get that same setup as earlier. We want that liquidity grab here, so we're basically, hoping for kind of a push. Get a wick to go, up into here, and then we're basically looking at it like this. Same idea as kind of like earlier, to have that resistance there. So, really that fair value gap would have been beautiful to kind of push back up into. But right now, we're just kind of sitting back, waiting and watching here. We made really good money on the way down. There's no point in giving back that money just yet. Rod Wilson, not sure what you're asking. What questions are you asking, my friend? Are you talking about Topstep? Rod, are you talking about Topstep? Rod Wilson? There's that pushback up. Like I said, just was not loving that move down there. Yeah, Topstep will not update till the end of the day. Once after 5 o'clock, you'll get the update in the dashboard. So you have to wait for that. But you should be able to, see all your P&L and stuff on the platform. being patient, waiting and watching. Trading is 90% waiting, 10% actually doing something. So people think that it's like trading is constantly so what's funny is, like we talked about that the trap. I mean, they basically just trapped those shorts that were shorting down there at the bottom. You know, it's like pretty much like I said before, like this is a game, right? Like the market's a game, making money's a game. So how do you game it? Like how do you make money when everybody's trying to make money at the same time? You have to basically trap people. You got to make people think the market's going to go down, and then you got to get people to short this, and then guess what? As they're getting squeezed out, you now create buying pressure to push this back up. So, you know, if you're smart money, you basically, market makers get the market to move down here. People are shorting this, break that bear flag, right? I saw people in the chat talking about that bear flag. Totally fine. It looks like a nice little bear flag. But what they're going to do is basically they give you a bear flag, right? Everybody shorts on this candle right here. The amateurs start even shorting down here. The market reverses, squeezes everybody out of this candle. Look at this candle right here. I mean, if you don't see how this is not just manipulation, you have this candle right here and then the same size candle when we push back up. So all those, look, it looks like a little guy right there. I'm gonna make a face. He got his eyeballs. It's like a skeleton guy. Whee! It kind of looks like a skeleton guy. Skeleton guy right there. But you know what I mean? Like, that's what it comes down to right there, my friends. Manipulation at its finest. So it's like what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're on the right side of that, right? Like we want to know that the market's gonna trap these sellers down there. And we talked about that like before this happened. This is not just me in hindsight talking about this now. Like we talked about this exact idea right here of them trying to trap these sellers down here and then spiking this back up. So it's like you got to look for the traps. You know, if you're looking to get long, there was your entry right there off that push back up. You know? Shannon, do I think using Topstep is better than getting your own personal account? I do think for a beginner, you think about it, right? Like as a beginner day trader, what does it cost you to open an account? If you open an account, let's say you open an account with Topstep, right? Let's say you open up a $50,000 account. You pay $165 for 1 month. You start trading, and let's say you're a good trader. You're a decent trader. Let's say you just have a strategy, whatever. You start trading, and you get through the combine within 2 weeks. It took me 10 days. Let's just say you get through it in 1 month. So the 1 month, you spent $165. You've maybe done a few resets. Let's just say best case scenario, you spent $300 trading through the combine. You are now in the funded account. You can now trade the ES, the actual minis, not the micros. And you basically only risk $165, maybe a few resets. So total, let's say total risk on that is $300, $400, $500. $500 total risk there. And then you get a trade, you know, 3 to 4 contracts, ES contracts in the funded account. And also the nice thing too is like the problem with doing strictly a simulator, if you trade a simulator, is number one, there's no accountability. There's like if you break the rules, it doesn't matter, nobody cares. Like you don't care, nobody cares, right? So the nice thing about going through Topstep, even if you're a new trader, is it enforces, you know, rules. It makes you have to follow the rules. And then once you're funded, you keep the first $5,000. You got 90-10 profit split after that. And yeah, I mean, I showed you guys the payouts. It's all set up there. If you want to learn more, there's a link there in the chat box to learn more about Topstep. I honestly think going through the combine was one of the best things for me personally, because for the first time in my entire trading career, you know, I had to basically start like following the rules. Like I couldn't just, you know, do whatever I wanted to. I had to like follow set rules, and I think it was a big difference for me. I mean, if you guys have been watching me trade for the last 2 or 3 years, then I think you probably even have seen the difference. I started doing Topstep last August, and I 100% feel like my, you know, consistency has only gone up. What happens when the profit if you break a rule after you're funded? So if you're funded, let's say you have a funded account and you have, I don't know, $10,000 worth of profit in that account, and you break a rule, you will get paid out basically whatever, you know, the equity is in that account. If you go, let's say you go below zero, well then you obviously don't get paid out. And then you don't owe money either. So think about that. You don't owe money if you lose below that, but if you do have money in the account, you'll get paid out whatever the difference. So simple and easy. Right now, pushing back up here, kind of watching to see what's going to happen here. We're kind of just going sideways at this 4,000 level. Like I said, I would love to kind of see this push back up into the 12s possible from here. Right now, just being patient on the book map here. That 04 level sitting there as the point of control right now. I'm going to go grab a little drink, BRB. And the market's still pushing back up here. Really happy with his read. I feel good about this read here. I like it. Also, what we had here is this right here. This is kind of, I want to show you guys this. Let's look at this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's kind of like right through here. So we basically like have this area here that I was looking at earlier today. Had that little fair value gap in this area. Be like, yeah, kind of like right there. And guess where we pulled back here if we look at this? Is it witchcraft? I don't know. But there's a reason. Look at that. The market bounced perfectly off of that level. It's almost like, what's the low of that candle? The low of that candle right there is 96.50. The low of that candle is 97. So pretty much this little like wick thing here at open, that wick on that candle, and then this area of resistance turning into an area that is now support there. So love to see it. Love to see it, people. The wicks. There's a reason that we look at candles. We're looking at candlesticks, right? For a reason here. Because they're telling us. The candles themselves tell us the story, the price action. I like to just like be kind of just patient through these moments here. Like I don't want to sit here and just stare at the chart and like look at every little move. I want to kind of just sit back, be patient. You know, sometimes I'll look at my phone, kind of answer emails, take a little bit of time just to relax. Basically get my mind out of the trade, because I want to like take a breather and then be able to come back, look at it again. Right? Like that's pretty much. It's almost like nice to just kind of like take a moment, you know, take a moment, look, see what's going on, and just like not look at the charts for a second, come back fresh to it. So right now we can see how we're kind of just pushing back up into this level. We got that fair value gap, that 12 area. I mean, we had two pretty good moves so far today. Two pretty good moves. We're going into, it's about 11:15 right now. Oh. Is somebody talking again? Sean Master, can you get into debt with Topstep? You will not. You will not lose more than you have. The nice thing about Topstep is they're going to cut you off before you would ever lose more money than you could possibly. I mean, yeah. I don't. Is this a double trap? I mean, at this point, it's basically, I wouldn't want to be shorting down here at the bottoms right now. That move down was interesting. It just like out of nowhere just dropped through that level. So this could be another trap here. We'll see. I just definitely would not want to be shorting at the 99s right now. Basically, you'd want to get like break through this level and then push back up, find resistance. That was definitely a convincing move down there. Wow. So you're thinking next level is down there to the 90s, so. Remember, we don't want to short at the bottom. We want to short at the tops. You got that 86 level down there next coming up. You got the pivot point on the ES at the 82s. 82s on the ES here. And then on the SPY, there, I mean, there's a massive gap in that SPY. So this thing could start selling. You got the move. I mean, on the SPY, you would basically get a move all the way down there to 395 area to fill the gap. I mean, 396, 397 maybe, which is about $2 from where we're at right now. Definitely a tricky one here. Roy Jenkins walking away with 9 handles. Let's go. Roy Jenkins, my guy. I think Roy's here every day. I literally, I don't remember. I have not remembered one live stream that I've done in the last year that Roy Jenkins was not a part of. Maybe the afternoon random ones, but when it comes to being here, Roy Jenkins getting paid big. Yeah, I got him on salary now. Got him on salary. Ba-na-ba-ba-ba-bam. Market back to the 4,000 level. This thing's all over the place here. I don't know. I don't love. Fuck, it's a hard one. I think we could go to 90s quickly. We could also pop back up here. I don't love it, so just staying out of it right now. On the 3-minute chart, we're getting. You can see on that 21 on the 3-minute chart would have been a beautiful entry there at the 21 EMA. So at the 07s there, that pull down there. If you're using the EMAs with the MACD and everything pulled up here, so that would have been your short right there. Definitely not going to chase this now after seeing that. I don't know how I missed out on that, to be honest. Maybe I was looking at my phone. I was looking at my phone probably, saying how I was trying to not pay attention to the market. Daniel Dang, why do I disallow non-members from the chat, yet you complain about those who have chat rooms? I mean, honestly, it's not even normally me that wants the member only. It's normally the members that want the member only. So, I don't know. You guys, why do you guys like doing the member only chat? You tell me. I think that's a question that can be easily answered by the actual chat itself. I mean, I don't even really look at the fucking chat, to be honest. Yeah, so there you go, Daniel. I just do what the people want. You know? I just do what the people want. The people want the member only chat. I give them the member only chat, you know? I don't know. This thing definitely, it's fucked. It looks very much like a short, but it's almost like it's too much. Looking too much like a short. Looking too much like a short right here. Like it's too obvious. Like it's too easy, right? Is day trading stressful? Day trading is not so much successful. I train every day, but day trading is definitely stressful, sure. What did ICT say about me on Saturday? ICT loves to talk about me. A lot more than I talk about him. I am excited to see how Trades by Matt does in the Robbins contest. He's doing the Robbins trading contest. I personally, I don't really see a reason to do the contest. I don't really give a fuck about winning an award, which I wouldn't win anyway, to be honest. So we'll see. But I think it'll be interesting to actually see if Trades by Matt trades for the entire year through the Robbins contest. I'll be interested to see what the actual results are. So I think it'll be funny. What do I think about Vinny E-Mini criticisms of ICT? I try to stay out of that. Whatever Vinny, I don't even, what those guys are doing, like, I let them just do that. It's, you know, it's the internet, it's YouTube. There are some things that are questionable. You know, like my whole question at the end of the day I don't know. I do think ICT, the inner circle trader, Michael, I think his name is. I do think the strategy is 100%, like, it works. There's the value to it for sure. But it's questionable because I just don't understand why he doesn't trade real money. That's my biggest question to it all. And I'm not trying to, like, talk bad about him or anything like that, but my question is, why does he not trade real money? And again, like, I'm not talking shit. I'm just wondering why he doesn't. Market going lower now through the 90s. Confused. ICT is supply and demand with fancy names. Yeah, but I mean, like, if you can basically, if you can predict which way the market's going to go and you're a good trader, I just don't I don't see why you wouldn't trade, even like trade micros, you know? I clearly haven't seen ICT's videos. I mean, guys, I'm not talking bad about ICT. Don't everyone get their panties in a bunch. All I'm saying is I just don't understand why not trade real money. That's all I'm saying. That's a very honest question. That's a very honest question. He doesn't trade real money. He even says he doesn't trade real money. I know, but what's the difference between trading real money live versus trading real money not live? That's all I'm saying. If you're one of the best traders in the world, why not just trade real money? Even if you don't want to keep the money, you could always give it to charity, I guess. You know, I don't know. You could just give it away. So, again, I'm not talking shit on ICT. Don't fucking, nobody go and quote me and put me on Twitter and put me on blast. All I'm saying is, as a human being, as an individual of the markets, if I had a strategy that I thought was very strong, a very good strategy, why would I not trade real money? That's all. You know? That's all. That's all I'm saying. And even, I mean, ICT even posted on Twitter saying that, you know, he gives me a lot of respect because I do it live. Trading the real money live on YouTube. So right now we're just kind of chopping around this level. Like I said, just not loving this short down here. There's something about it. That move earlier was just so good. Like at this point, I'm just like, I don't even want, you know, I don't even want to. It's like after getting that move down earlier, I'm just like, why would I even take the risk of doing anything other than waiting for like another good move? You know, I would say probably that short from the 06s was probably the decent move here, but definitely not sitting here super excited to make a trade unless we get a good setup. Patience, my friends. What about the gap fill? Do I think we can get the gap fill? I mean, it's possible. The SPY is kind of slowly moving down. You got that 397.87 pivot on the SPY right now. And then after that, you're looking at that 395.76 pivot. But looking here at the 15-minute chart right now, it's definitely a little inconclusive. And then also the issue, too, is that we have all this, you know, all this support in this level, this consolidation level from the overnight session right there. So it's like, I mean, if you're looking for support, would that not be a level that you're thinking there's support there? I mean, support, liquidity, whatever you want. All I'm saying is there's a lot of price action in this area. So I don't just see this just dropping right through this level. You know, I don't just see it going right through here. Now that I say that, it probably is going to go right through there. But I just personally am looking at it right now, and I feel like I wouldn't want to get short right here in the middle of this. You know? That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, people. Dino, don't worry about don't worry about the contracts. Just set it to auto or whatever. When the new March contracts start trading, or June or whatever, I wouldn't worry about it. it normally just like automatically you can do it to set it. You can set it on trading view so that it automatically rolls forward, or you can roll it forward or whatever. People always like freak out about the contract changes, and I'm like, well, I would not worry about that. Francis Musso, the boom indicator. Let's go. Right now, the market there at the 92s. Oh my gosh. Like I said, it was that possibility is kind of going through that level, but I just was not in love with it. The nice thing is once we get through this level, it kind of opens us up. We get that next pivot point. I think if we lose this support here, it'll set us up for a real kind of easy short through there. So we kind of are losing that support there at the 90s here, and then we get that push back up. Took that bottom out there at the 90s now, so should get a little continuation down there. I think possibly 86s through here. If we can't hold 90s, we see 86s quickly. This is where they're either going to trap or they're going to dump it. They're either going to trap it or they're either going to dump it right here. $75 for the gap fill. Yeah, that would put us pretty much the gap fill. Got the 86 level sitting down there. Looking like it wants to get touched on the 1 minute chart right now. Think if we get this maybe continuation through here. That 90s right now. If it breaks 90, we go 86s here. $88s now. Looking for that move down here. 86s or lower. Down there, the 87s now. On the book map right here, definitely you can see that 84 or 75 level down there. 86 is there, so see if we can't get this to move down through 87s here. Currently short, looking for a move down there, 85s or lower. Got a pretty tight little stop on this. It was either going to just dump or it was going to bounce back up here, but looking to see kind of... Might just take 500 right there. I'm going to take 500 right there just to lock it in. Just a little padding on the book. It was either going to dump right through that 90 level down there to the 86s or kind of find some support here at the 90s. So we'll see what happens here. Colby, what was my reason to take the front side move of that? It wasn't really the front side move on this setup here. The MACD on the 3 minute chart was definitely coming back down. You can see here on the MACD, we show that we basically lost momentum to the upside there. So the MACD is now pulling back here. The nice thing about the histogram is even though if the MACD doesn't cross, I can at least look at the MACD and be like, hey, look, you know, we're peaked out there. We're going lower. Momentum's slowing down. So even though the MACD crosses late, the reason we use the histogram is we can see when momentum is slowing down there, right? So when we go back up here and we look at the chart now, you can see the peak of that histogram is right where I shorted at here in this level, right? So we are shorting basically the peak of the histogram on the MACD there. So there's, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the reason that we're, you know, what did I just do? Oh, God. Charts are getting all crazy here. There's that little pop back up to the 90s. So good thing I took profit on that short at the 88s there. Covered there, 88.25. We were either going to go right to 86s or we were going to pop back up. So that was pretty much my thinking on that trade there. Just a nice little easy short. It was like, let's get that break below 90, go right to 86s. We got the low of 87.25 and took it off at the 88.25s. It was either going to go to 86s right away or we're going to get that pop back up, and that's exactly kind of what I was thinking there. So there's that push back up. We got the 80 EMA coming up there next at the 96 level. We got that fair value gap here in this level as well. So if we push up here, I think 94, 95 level, we'll see kind of what happens there on the 1 minute chart. But again, we need to look for those traps. Where is the trap? What's the trap? What's the next trap? You can see that short earlier. Wasn't like in a beautiful trap, but they definitely were trapping. Definitely trapping there. The chat's always for members. Are me and Tori Trades brother and sisters? I hope not. I don't think so. She's way too emotional to be my sister. Way too. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, we need 1,000 likes here on the stream. We got 828 likes. Come on now. Hit that. Hit it. Hit it. If we can't get to 1,000 likes. Market pushing back up to that trend line there. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to put on a trade just to like see if this, like, is this a actionable trade right here? Let's just put on a fake trade and let's see if this would play out. All right, so we're basically be shorting that trend line there with our, we'd say what, stop above the 97s, and we'd look for a move down there 86s or lower here on this move. Not the best risk reward, but let's just say it's not too bad. Let's just see if it would work out here. Will this trend line from the Lux Algo indicator actually give us an actionable trade here? I got a new car right now. I got one of those new Jeep Gladiators, 2023 Jeep Gladiator. I'm testing it out for a week. I'm not sure if I want to buy one or not. I want to test it out. I haven't drove one for like a week yet. So I'm going to drive one for a week, see if I like it. I feel like it could be the ultimate Hawaii vehicle. Take the doors off, have the truck bed, put the surfboards in the back, just fucking let's go. I still got the Subaru as well. I like the idea of the Gladiator because it's a little bit smaller, easier to park than, you know, having a big truck. So we'll see. We'll see how I'm going to test it out for a week and give you guys a review. I'm back. I'm in Hawaii right now. If you can see the background, this is my Hawaii background. So the market putting in a higher low there. Looks like this trade, let's see. Will that fair value gap act as a resistance? This is just a little kind of an experiment to see if this would have been a good trade or not. I would say right now this is more, now it's looking more like it wants to kind of push back up. We bounced right off that 86 level, which was that previous day high, which is actually just a Sunday high. So that Sunday high was right there. Sunday high there. Oh, it's pouring down rain here in Hawaii. Who would have guessed? So that Sunday high was right there at that 86.75. We bounced pretty much right off of there right now. So got stopped out of that trade there. Or not yet. Almost stopped out. Be a stop on this at the 97s there. That 97 area there. Putting 35s on your Prius, that'll be fun. Am I going to go back to Orlando? I will. I got the apartment in Orlando. I'm basically just going wherever I want to be. The nice thing about, you know, being a 34-year-old single successful YouTuber, I don't want to call myself a businessman, but whatever, you know, whatever I am, I can basically go wherever I want to go. I got the two extremes. I got the Florida, I got the Hawaii. I got both. So we're just kind of, I'm waiting to see if this is going to like give us a setup. Well, if this setup would have worked or not. Definitely looking more like kind of breaking the upside there, but. When Dubai, I don't know. I couldn't live in Dubai. I'm way too much of an American. I went to Dubai. I went to Abu Dhabi. And, yeah. They didn't like me there. They did not like me. So I'm thinking this pushes back up. I think this short idea gets invalidated and this starts to push back up. Let's see. We got the VWAP up at the 03s. 4,003. There's a bunch of liquidity on the book map right now sitting there at the 95 level. Why don't I try something else? I don't know. Move somewhere else? I don't know. I'm a creature of habit. I wouldn't want to live in Colorado. It's too fucking cold. I don't like cold. I don't like the snow. I don't like ice. I like surfing. I like water sports. I like girls in bikinis. I like the heat, baby. I like the heat, baby. If I have been trading for, if you've been trading for so many years with consistency, what keeps you from sizing up infinitely? Emotion? I don't know. Life? It's a big difference between trading one contract versus trading 5 contracts versus trading 20 contracts. So. And I talked about that on Twitter just the other day. I said how I really wanted to, I want to get to a point where I can, you know, the problem with like being a scalper or being a momentum trader in the sense of like, if you're just constantly like trading these little 5-handle moves, you know, constantly just getting these little scalps, it's really hard to like build up like a very solid risk to reward profile because you're constantly like every trade's a little different. You know, every trade's a little bit riskier. Every trade's, it's like very hard to like to be very set in a strategy where I think, you know, at the end of the day, like my goal for me, you know, really needs to be like making sure that I'm playing levels. Like I need to be playing levels, not trying to get every little move. You know, I want to be at the top of the level. I want to be at the bottom of the level. I don't want to be here in the middle. Like, oh, okay, what's going to happen here? Like I want to be shorting up here at the top. I want to be covering at the bottom and I want to be able to really capitalize. You know, we got that 20 handles earlier. You know, that's what I want to be focused on. I want to be focused on getting those just overall repeatable, very consistent profits. And the nice thing is, like, with futures, I can easily, you know, size up, trade 20 contracts in the future, 30 contracts, 50 contracts. It's just getting to that point. It's also it's like a capital thing too as well. You know, at the end of the day, if you have $100,000 in an account and you're risking, you know, I don't know. I feel like $10,000. If I had a $100,000 account and my daily loss limit was, you know, $10,000 per day, yeah, I think it would be pretty easy to put on some serious size. But the problem is right now, you know, having a $3,000 loss day with trading through Topstep, having a $3,000 max loss, it makes it hard. Like you can't, if you put on 20 contracts, you're gonna lose $3,000 like literally within 5 seconds if you're not on the right side of the trade. So Reagan's Future and Crypto channel. For the book map, for getting the ES, you just want to go up to connections. You need rhythmic data. It won't show up right now because I'm not in the window thing, but you need rhythmic data. There's a bunch of videos and stuff on YouTube as well talking about book map if you want to learn more, but you need rhythmic data, and then you just go here and you add, you can't see the little pop-ups because I'm in window mode, but you would then add the ESH3. Roy Jenkins taking seven handles. That's also like it's also like the markets. It's so hard to. I would say it's so hard to just be like, hey, my goal every day is to take 5 handles, because you're gonna have days where the market's gonna give you 30, 40 handle moves, and then you're gonna have days where the market gives you 5 handle moves. So I think this whole idea of like setting a profit target, like for every trade, it's all dependent on the move, right? Like if I know, if let's say I'm getting short like we did earlier. Let's say I'm getting short at the 20s here, right? I'm short at the 20s. Well, 5 handles gets me to the 15s, which is pretty whatever. But like if I'm looking at this setup, like where is my target at? My target's pretty much down here, right? Like my target's not 5 handles lower. Like I don't think we're gonna go from 20 to 15 and then bounce back up here. Like my target needs to be much lower than that. So every trade's a little different in terms of like what the possible reward is. When you have a setup like this where you have like pretty much this straight up move, this is the 1 minute chart. So we just went straight up on the 1 minute chart, and then we finally get to start to break down. I mean, you're not just looking for 5 handles on this trade. You're looking for 10, 20, 30 handles on this move down because we move back down there. So I think it really comes down to overall, like, what is the setup? This trade right now, I mean, we're pushing back up. It's a tricky one. We hit those lows there at the 86s and push right back up there. So the short trade there at the bottom would not have worked out. Good thing I did not take it for real. But we were just testing out that idea here. You can see on the Lux Algo indicator right now popping up, building that little triangle there right on the chart for you guys. Have I heard of Carmen Rosado? Yeah, he's a fucking dweeb. They're all dweebs. All of them. All these little YouTubers. They're all fucking dweebs. Bunch of dweebs out there. Like, oh, this fucking guy. Look at this guy. Look at him. He looks like a millionaire just by looking at him. Look at that fucking t-shirt. Look at the monitors in the back. Look at it all. It just doesn't. Oh, people love this shit. They're like, oh, this guy's my millionaire guru. But look at this fucking t-shirt he's wearing. Like, did he make that t-shirt? What is up with this thing? Look at this kid. I can't. Just can't. People love this shit. I love your Discord. I love it. People just fucking, they eat it up. But it's just like, come on. This fucking kid. He never, like, he just literally posts up recaps of like, oh, I did this. Look at this. Oh, look at this. It's always just bullshit. Kid's 100% full of shit. 100%. He's trading on Thinkorswim. Come on, guys. He's trading on Thinkorswim. That right there should be the biggest red flag in the history of red flags. And look at him again. It's like, oh, God. Do I look like this when you guys watch my videos? I hope not. I hope not. Oh, God. I'm fucked. Fucking YouTubers. Yeah, I mean, Thinkorswim is literally the worst possible. Like, I don't, yeah, it's terrible. Thinkorswim is literally terrible. Literally. Anybody that's trading on Thinkorswim is full of shit. Haters gonna hate, winners gonna win. I mean, I've been doing this long enough to fucking know. First off, let's talk about this. Number one, why would you trade the SPY over trading futures? Think about that. That right there, that question alone proves that he's a moron. There is zero benefit to trading the SPY over trading futures. You know what I mean? Zero. There's just no reason. There's no fucking reason. It's not even ignorance. I'm telling you right now, if you trade futures on Thinkorswim, you are an idiot. Like 100%. There's no reason to trade futures on Thinkorswim. What do you mean? With the SPY, you can really start small. With the fucking futures, you can really start small. You start trading fucking the micros. Like, it's, oh God. Why do people even talk sometimes? Why? You can't trade any smaller than a fucking micro, people. Like, what could you possibly trade in the market that's smaller than a micro in terms of risk to reward? There is nothing. There is nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's impossible. Oh my God. Well, I trade the SPY because there's less. No, you don't. Yeah, you can trade the fucking nanos. Go trade the nanos. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Don't worry, Davey Day Trader. You'll keep disagreeing with me and you'll learn one day. Guys, there is no reason to use Thinkorswim. Zero. It just makes it makes no sense. Zero. There's like, from a tax standpoint, from an overall liquidity, everything about that argument is just terrible. I don't even like why anyone's even arguing that. There's zero reason to trade the SPY over trading futures. Like, there's absolutely zero. There's no argument. You cannot make an argument against that. You just can't. The charts, you dumbass. Yeah, I'm a dumbass because I fucking use shitty charts. You know? Whatever. Yeah, well, you're not getting the free book map on Thinkorswim is not actual book map. You're not getting rhythmic data. You're not getting the MBO data. You're not seeing the stops. You're not seeing the icebergs. Hey, the great thing about it is if you guys want to use Thinkorswim, keep using it. Because that way someone's got to lose so that I can keep making money. I can't solve everybody, right? I can't help everybody. I need somebody out there to keep fucking losing money so that I can keep making money, all right? That's what I need to focus on. Can you trade futures with a small cash account? You can. You don't need, there's no pattern day trader rule. There is basically no cash account when it comes to futures. You just put money into an account, boom. Ricky G uses Thinkorswim. That right there alone is just like, ooh, why would you do that? What do I trade on? Well, I mean, I use TradingView for my charts, and I use Trade8 basically for trading through. So funny. I'm gonna get so many people so triggered right now because they're so mad. Like, the funny part is, like, why would you care? You know, if somebody on the internet goes, "Hey, Thinkorswim is shit," why would you even care? You'd be like, "Well, whatever. You know, that's fine." I don't care. The fact that anyone would defend that, you would sit around and like defend it, I'd be like, ooh. Do you personally own Thinkorswim? Are you a member of the Thinkorswim board of directors? What, guys, when you guys ask me about other YouTubers, all I have to say is one simple thing. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? What do? They just post fucking recaps and bullshit videos. Like that Carmen kid will post a video and be like, well, today, you know, I bought the SPY. I forgot where I bought it at. Oh yeah, wait, let me look at my Discord real quick. Oh yeah, I bought it at this level. Like, get the fuck out of here. Show me real trades or get the fuck out of here. Show me real trades or get the fuck out of here. They're all on blast. All of those fuckers. Humble Trader, fucking Umar and Booby, whatever, everybody. They're all, every other fucking YouTuber. Put them on blast. Hey, if there's any YouTuber out there that wants to do a celebrity boxing match, please, somebody fucking step up to the plate. Somebody. Is there anybody out there that would step up to the plate? There's not one other fucking YouTuber that would step up to the plate. Not one. I've been trying to get Ricky, trying to get him pissed off. You know, anybody who wants some. I would love to fucking go into a boxing ring. I'm thinking we sell at least 1,000 fucking tickets, pay-per-view tickets. Oh, literally. I don't think there's not one YouTuber out there that I would be worried about. Not one. Zero. No, I'm saying I want to do. It's got to be it's got to be a day trading YouTuber. It's got to be a day trading YouTuber. And right now we're just sitting here at the 94s, going sideways. That pivot point on the SPY at the 397.87 is holding us up right now. Are you ready for the show? The rumble in the jungle. Fight Vinny. I wouldn't want to fight someone who has, like, they got to have at least 100,000 subscribers. If they don't have 100,000 subscribers, I'm not fighting them. It's not enough. We need people watching the fucking fight. It's not the fight is not the fight. The reason that we're doing the thing is to make the money. All right. We want to get the views, pay-per-view, baby. I think I could make $1 million off a charity boxing match. Oliver Velez, knock him out one punch. Stock Jock, one punch, knock him out. Every single person on YouTube, I'm knocking out in the ring. 100%. Day trading YouTubers, 100%, not one of them. I'm knocking them all out. Done. Out of here. Can't touch me. Do. The funny part is people watch this stream and they're like, is he serious right now? And little do they know, I'm fucking serious. Super serious right now. Literally, I start drinking energy drink and it's just, the shit just hits the fan. I literally started drinking this like an hour ago. And ever since, I've just been, literally for the last hour, the market's gone sideways. And I've just been sitting here talking about crazy shit. Oh, you gotta love it. The market. He's crazy. He's crazy. Motherfucker's crazy. I also bought some crypto over the weekend. I don't know why. I was kind of bored. I was like, I'm gonna buy some crypto. Bought some more Solana. Fuck it. YOLO. Crypto to the moon. Bitcoin to the $1 million. You guys remember back in 2017 when I was first buying Bitcoin? I think my first time I bought Bitcoin was like $2,800. Back in the day. Back when Bitcoin used to make some big moves. It's been a minute. We're still going sideways here at the 90s, so really not much to do here. You could possibly take a short from the 92 maybe with a stop above 95 and then try to get that move down to the 87s again, 86s. Wouldn't be like the worst possible idea ever. But I still don't love it down here. I think we're just kind of we're kind of looking more like a reversal than a continuation. You guys feel that way? I feel that way. Anybody else feeling that? I don't know. Something about this. I mean, the problem is either way, it's like it's a fucking roll the dice type of setup here. That's pretty much what it is. You know, it's just going sideways. When the market's going sideways, what do? We don't trade it. We just stay out of it. You can't make money trading this sideways action. The problem is, like, let's say you get short here. If you get short at the 93s, you risk off the 95s, and then all of a sudden, guess what? It's like, doop, and it pops back up there and then goes lower. So don't be a part of the trap. Don't create the liquidity. Don't give the market liquidity. You want to be a part of the trap. I want to be selling that trap. I don't want to just be, well, now that I'm talking like this, it's gonna just dump on it, but that's the third time. I think that's the second time it's happened today. Where I said this thing just goes sideways and then it just dumps as soon as I'm talking. The problem is we got that pivot point on the SPY down here. We got that SPY pivot right there, 397. So below that, if we get below this, let's say we dip down here and then we start to push back up and turn it into resistance, then that's a pretty good short opportunity to get that gap fill possible. You basically get this fill down to here. But I'm still just not in love with, you know, just getting short down there for no reason. We'll wait, be patient. Remember too, like at the end of the day, there's only so many moves in the market per day. Like you think about it, like if you really go back and you like back test it and you look at the market, like, you know, look at the market moves every day for the last, you know, year. There's only like, I would say on average, probably maybe 2 to 3, maybe less, like good setups per day to take. And then everything else is just bullshit. That's literally what it is. Like everything else is just bullshit at that point. So we'll see. I see some people talking about the idea of getting long. I see some people talking about getting short. The MACD is on the bullish side right now, but the MACD kind of coming back down, momentum. The problem too is when the MACD starts kind of doing this thing where it's just kind of like in between this area, it's not really getting any pops, not really getting any drops. That's also kind of telling us that we're basically just going sideways. I mean, the MACD, when the MACD is basically in a channel like this, then we're basically going sideways at that point. So I would say looking a little, I hate to say it, but it's definitely looking more bottomy than looking more selly here. Is that a new lingo? More bottomy than looking more selly. The market's looking more selly than more bottomy. Currently 7 o'clock here in Hawaii. I've been live on YouTube for about 3 hours now. Well, a little under 3 hours. I woke up this morning at 4 o'clock here in Hawaii for you guys. Just for you guys. We'll see if that SPY pivot's going to want to hold here. 397.87 on that pivot there. This is the 15-minute chart we're looking at right now. You can see how these candles are getting tighter and tighter down here. So kind of setting up for possibly that next leg lower. Got 76s, I would say, down there. Possible from there. 75 from the 90s. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just, you you know, sideways action now. So let's just stay out of it for about an hour now. Well, a little less than an hour. I live on Oahu. See what happens with this low again down there at the 87. See if they're going to do some traps down here. Kind of looking at this area for possible some traps down in this level. One on this chart, actually. Kind of looking to see if we're going to trap this level here and then get that push back up. It kind of looked trappy there for a moment right there, that 91 to pop back up. Maybe they do another little trap down there. I'm on the north shore of Oahu. North shore of Oahu. So the way that they would play this, if you think about, this is basically like liquidity, people shorting. So if we get back above this level, then you have all these shorts that are shorting here are now adding on to that liquidity to get that pop up. So the market's basically like up, fighting that liquidity to the downside, and then we find the bottom, and then we spike back up here on that next move. So let's see if that plays out like that. We'll find out. That 90 area trying to hold up here the fucking rain. It's pouring down rain. It's pouring down rain, boys and girls. Can you guys hear the rain? Does it come through on the mic? Probably can, right? It's literally pouring right now. It's just been raining for like weeks now in Hawaii. My yard is one big mud puddle. I can't even, like, I have some like white shoes. I can't even wear my shoes because my yard is so fucking muddy. I have to wear black shoes because of the mud. I can't even wear the shoes that I want to wear because of the mud. All right, we're still looking for this trap set up here. The problem is if you can't find the trap, then you're probably in the trap. You're probably going to get trapped. So we need to find the trap. We need to identify the trap before we get trapped, right? We don't want to be in the trap. We want to be able to spot the trap. The market's camouflaging the traps. Camouflaging traps here. Definitely not four degrees in in Hawaii? I think it's like 80 something degrees out right now. It's always sunny and, well, it's always summertime, at least in Hawaii. Not always sunny, but it's always summertime. Trying to look, see if we get a double bottom here. Right now on the 1 minute chart. If we look at the 3 minute chart. Let's see. All right. Here they go. Testing that low again. This candle will be the telling candle here. We'll see where this candle closes at. Basically, I think if this thing closes to the upside, then we get a breakout back over 92s. We should be able to push back up to the 4,000s. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. We get over 92, we start to push back up 4,000. Obviously, if we break down here, well, we sell down. Obviously. Let's see. Getting tighter and tighter, holding that low again. So this could be the trap. Let's see. Let's see. Interesting too how that kind of level played out right there with those wicks. That fair, almost like an implied fair value gap right there as resistance there at the 96s. So it's like a little house. We drew a little house. There's the house. Make a little windows down here. There's the front door. Yep, there's the window. My house looks like a person. Looks like a ghost. My little house here. I gotta put some windows on it. There we go. It looks way more legit now. Now we're good. This is it. Patrick Wieland Construction. Patrick Wieland Construction. I built a mansion. I built a mansion, baby. 2 stories. Straight to the top. All right, we're holding down here. Let's see what happens in 92s. I would say they trapped it. What do you guys think? I think we trapped it. You think we trapped down there? Francis, do I really want to read your email you just sent me? Let me go read Francis's email. Francis has sent me like 500 emails today. Let's see what he said. Let's see what Francis Musso has said. He said, go all in. It's going up. That's what he said. I'm currently long off the 92s here. See if we get this push up. So I'm looking for at least 96s for 5 handles. 97s possible. On this little push back up here. I might even just take it for 500 if we get there, just to lock it in. I like to just take my profits sometimes. Need to squeeze up through here, hit that 94 level. We got some liquidity at the 95, so that's why I'm sitting here 94s. If we can just push up there. Needs to get that explosion through this level here. Through that trend line. Needs to get through that trend line. Pretty much got my stop right below this level there, that fair value gap there at the 90s. So risking off the 90s basically for this push up. If we can possibly get this little squeeze right now. There to the 94, 95 level. Push that to 96 is possible. Trying to make it happen here. Need to squeeze though. Need to squeeze. almost 94s. Looking good right now. I think we're going to go 95s here. Let's see. I'll take some fill. I'll just get it off at 94. Lock it in for 600. Oh, God. So close. Come on. I'm going to move my stop to just like basically right below this in case we start to pull back here. I'm going to keep it at 90s. Still right there. I think we... Come on. That 95 seller just scaring everybody away here. And now we're hitting right to that trend line there on the 3-minute chart. Needs to squeeze. Need to get a boner candle through that trend line there. Does my strategy work with the micros? It works, yeah. I mean, micros, minis, it's all the same. Trying to get this push up here through the 94s. I could probably move my target a little higher, but I don't know. We'll see. That 95 seller just sitting there being annoying right now. Like she's trying to push, but just having trouble getting through there. $92 right now, trying to hold here. We're holding on the pivot on the SPY as well here, so got a couple bullish things. Problem is, look at this trend line right now. I don't like this. I would have loved to just kind of get that spike right up through there, but let's give it a little bit of time, see if it'll spike up through there. Needs to hold here. That 92 level, we just want to see that 92. I would say, like, we don't want to get below 90s here again to continue squeezing if we're going to push here. Both the NASDAQ and the ES just sitting right there at like a trend line. Needs to push. Need that NASDAQ just to break out to the upside here. It's pretty much like if we don't go through here in the next, I'd say, minute or so, then we're going to be in trouble. So we need to go through 94s pretty soon. Once again, pushing up their 93s. Still long here from the 91, 50s. Looking for a move up there above the 95s now. I moved my target higher. Now that we've been getting stuck here, I'm looking for a little bit more. If we do get this explosion, we should be able to get right through 94, 95 level if we start to push up through here. So market trying to make the move, but right now just having trouble there, getting stuck on the 3-minute, the 1-minute chart right now on that trend. So should I go to the bathroom right now? I gotta go to the bathroom. I could maybe do it. If I go to the bathroom, the market will break to the upside. If I go to the bathroom here, watching to see what happens to this fair value gap. We want to see that holding there, that middle, that green box, that fair value gap. We got the SPY pivot point there, 397.87s. We need to bounce like right here, right now. If it's going to go on the book map, you can see there was a buyer that just got sold into pretty heavy there. Are they going to be able to pop it back up, trap those sellers there? That 95 still sitting up there heavy. 1,300 contracts at 95. And just getting stuck there. Nice little trap there. And stopped out, obviously, on that one. Now looking like we're going to test that 86 level here. Just couldn't get above that 1 minute trend line there and just got stuck. So we had this set up for a break the upside and just got stuck right there. Thanks for sharing your humble option opinion there, Mastro. And the market down there below the 86s now. So the next pivot we got on the ES is down there at 82s. Maestro? I don't know. Same shit. Watch this thing just fucking spike right back up. Maestro. What the fuck would I say? Maestro? What the fuck's the matter? 1-800 Maestro. I love how the chat's like, you're not saying it right. You're not saying his name right. I don't know. This is kind of looking a little trappy right now. This could be the actual trap before making that move higher now. What do you guys think? I mean, it's looking trappy down there. Look at that bounce back. I don't know. You guys said it wouldn't go down. You said it wouldn't go back up. So it's gonna go back up now. It's going to go back up now that everyone was so convinced it was going to go down. Well, Abyss is short. It's for sure going up. 100%. I had to pee like a racehorse. I told you it was going to go up now. Abyss, the guy can't lose. I mean, he can lose, but he can't lose on being wrong. There is nobody more consistent in the stock market than Abyss, my friends. The guy can't lose. At being wrong. The Legend of Abyss. If there could be an indicator, we just got to make an indicator called the Abyss indicator. And whenever he buys or sells, it just pops up on your chart. And you do the exact opposite. You're going to win. You're going to make so much money. You're going to make so much money. Dude, how's there a guy that's already up 800% this year trading futures in Australia for the Global Cup Trading Championships? He's up 800%. Might be hard to catch that guy. Might be a little difficult to catch him. Hey, what happened? You guys told me the market would not go back up. You lied. The chat lied. The chat fucking lied. You guys are all liars. You're fucking liars. Consistent trader. Do I think that Topstep has been success for me? 100%. Yeah, I think having Topstep, the rules, having to go through it all, it's definitely making me a better trader. We need 1,000 likes here on the stream. We got 939 likes. Come on. Come on. Look at that. I told you fuckers they were going to trap these guys. I told you. There's that pushback up there in 94s. I was just early to the trade. That's all it came down to. I had the right idea. We were just a little early. That's literally all it was. We were just fucking early there. So look at that move. 95s breaking through now on the book map here. That 95 level sitting there heavy still. Get through 95s, go to the 4,000s probably. Abyss, I told you not to go fucking short, Abyss. I told you. Oh, man. We told you, Abyss. We told you not to do that. Abyss never listens. He never listens to us. We try to tell him. We try to help the guy, but he never listens. Don't get long, Abyss. Do not get long. Don't, whatever you do, do not go long. Keep shorting. Keep shorting, Abyss. Keep shorting. We need the market to go higher. Come on, I want to make some money here. Keep shorting, Abyss. Keep shorting. No, don't go fucking long. Go short, Abyss. For anybody watching this right now, Abyss is he is the ultimate anti or opposite trade. Abyss is literally the #1 trader on YouTube to do the opposite of. I told, like, look at this thing. Fucking A. Where's the guy early? Everybody was told me that I was wrong about this thing going up. Why does everyone just loves to talk shit, and then when it goes up, no one like has anything to say. Where did everybody go? All those people that were telling me that I was an idiot for going long there. Where are you now? Where did you go? Cotton Eye Joe. Took my last partial there at 98s. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, that was the trap. I mean, they just, you know, this was 100% the fucking trap. Look at that thing on the chart right now. Was that not the trap, or was that not the trap? Was that not the trap, or was that not the trap? That was the fucking trap, my friends. I got long here and we pushed up above the 90s again. So from the 90s up there to the 98s. I'm going to lock it in, be done for the day. On the day right now, we're up $6,138. That trade earlier this morning was, we just fucking killed it on that trade there. So I don't know why. I don't know. People come to this live stream to second guess me. Why? 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 Just sit your asses down in the chair and listen, people. Just listen to the fucking knowledge being spread. Oh, God. I've been live for too long. I get delirious. Sometimes. I live stream every morning, 9:15 a.m. If you guys haven't hit that fucking subscribe button, let's go. I need to see some subscribes. Bing, 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 bing. Blow it up, baby. I haven't seen a new subscriber in a hot minute. What happened? Abyss is long at 97. We're going to fucking 90s again. Watch. Oh, God. I'm real egotist. This is, hey, by the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but this is entertainment, right? Like, this is a show. We're putting on a show here. People come to watch not for, they don't think I'm the best trader in the world. They come because of the entertainment. Let's be honest. I have no problem admitting that. You know, I'm totally fine with that. If people want to watch me because I'm entertaining, that's, you know, I'm doing my job. So you can say I'm egotistical. You can say I'm cocky, whatever you want. But I do this every day. Every fucking day. I do this shit. This is not like a one-off. This is not the first time I've made money, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, I do this every fucking day. Like clockwork. Look at the SPY, the ES 1 minute chart here. That trap, man, that's fuck. I'm telling you, these traps, like, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. That right there, that 1 minute candle, just right back up there, jumping in there at the 90s and then off to the races. So There you go. What if the problem is if Abyss started a channel, he'd probably have a lot of followers because he would be so spot on. Be really spot on in terms of the opposites of everything. Market right now holding that liquidity grab area, so kind of thinking test that 4,000s next on the 15-minute chart here. We want to look at all different time frames, see what's going on. Using the Lux Algo indicator here, looking at different time frames, we want to see where we have interesting areas. We got this area, right, that 12 area, that fair value gap. The 12 kind of looking like that would be, if I was looking for a short opportunity now, I'd be like, okay, I want to push up into here, get stuck, and then we roll off again. If you look here on the 15-minute chart, definitely not shorting down here at the bottom. Everybody in the chat that was like, no, we're going to break 80, we're going to short, get short, short, short. Well, I don't know what y'all are looking at, but you're looking at the wrong charts. The problem sometimes if you're too zoomed in, like let's say you're just zoomed in on the 1-minute chart here, and you're just like, let's say you're just totally zoomed in on this 1-minute chart, and it's all you're focused on. Like, yeah, it looks like, oh my God, the market's gonna sell, right? Like it looks like that. Like, oh, it's gonna crash. If all you're looking at is this right here, it looks like very much like a short, right? Like, oh, okay, we short here, we cover down here, perfect. But then when you zoom out, you look at the 15-minute chart, you're like, whoa. That's a different story. It's a totally different story now. Right? Like that, does that not look a lot different? Looks a lot different. And then, yeah, look at the 30-minute chart. Look at the 30-minute chart. Looks very much like a bottom down there. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I might be right as well. So we'll see what happens here. If this wants to push back up, I'm kind of thinking this wants to push back up, test that fair value gap area. We got the VWAP on the ES at the 03s here. Hey, it's okay to be wrong sometimes. That's the thing about trading. Like every day, you got to just be okay with being wrong. Like you take a trade, you get stopped out, you move on to the next fucking setup, right? I think I just wish I would have had a little bit more patience for that setup, that last breakout setup there. I think I was even too zoomed in, to be honest. If I'd had a better entry, like if I would have, you know, got in down here in the 80s, I could have easily kind of held through that drawdown there for a second and then get that pop. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. It is what it is. So I got in again, took it to the upside. The nice thing about it is you get stopped out and you wait for the next setup and you jump back in, you fucking go. We don't care that we lost on the last trade. We don't care. Like every single trade, right? You're trading a strategy that has basically a defined risk to reward. You have a strategy that you know that, 80, 75% of the time, these setups will end up paying me. There's going to be trades that aren't going to work out. No matter what, if you have a 75%, a 70% win-loss ratio, well, 30% of the time, you're going to lose money. But the problem is people don't cut off their losers. They let their losers become massive. If your winning days are, if you're making $100 on a winning day, but then you're losing $500 on a losing day, well, you're doing something wrong. Something is very wrong with your overall strategy. So you really got to think about that. Like at the end of the day, you got to cut off those losers. Cut them off, get back in, fucking make money again. I have so many friends of mine that are like, oh, I got in and then I didn't get stopped out and I end up holding it. And then you end up holding it and then what do? You end up just going through this big drawdown. The market moves back. You get out for break even. And then guess what happens? The market then fucking rallies and goes higher. You just can't afford to sit there and try to hold through these drawdowns for massive drawdowns and then try to get, like if let's say you bought let's say you bought here at the 96s earlier. You're like, you bought at 96s. The market moves down here. You're like, okay, you're almost back in the green. Oh, fuck it. You're down again. You're holding through this whole move. That's 10 points, basically. It's up to here. So you got in at 96s. Now you're like, fuck it. I'm taking break even. I'm going to get out here at 98s. That was a 10-handle move off the bottom. And then what's going to happen? The market ends up moving higher after you end up getting out. So, you know, you really, I think you gotta focus on just the simple things here. And that's one of the biggest lessons for any trader out there is you gotta stop yourself. Like, you gotta be done. You gotta be able to walk away. You gotta be able to get stopped out. There's fucking Abyss once again on fire. He went long at 97. The market's at 95 right now. What the fuck? And now he's going short. Oh my God. If the market goes higher now, it is literally because of Abyss. Do I ever switch my tick chart from 2,000 during the market hours to the overnight? I do. Sometimes I'll make it 1,000 tick. Right now it's actually 1,000 tick, to be honest. I'm always going back and forth between 1,000 and the 2,000, depending on how much volume there is, how much action. I mean, Abyss, you're probably gonna make money at some point. Yeah, if you take 20 trades, at least one of those trades might work out. Consistent trader, you've noticed that most of the losses that you make are after 11 a.m. See, that's the problem. Like, I know a lot of people start to think about this. They think about like certain days of the week. You know, I do it with Friday. You know, like on Friday, I trade differently. I'm like all like way more cautious on Fridays. The problem is, you gotta remember, like the market doesn't really, people think that the market cares about what time it is. It cares about like what day it is. The market really does not give a fuck either way. The market does not care that you lose money on Thursday. So it's like, hey, on Thursday, we're gonna make sure this guy loses money. Like the market does not care about what time it is, what day it is. The market only cares about liquidity, where the buyers and sellers are. Is there moments where the volume goes down in the middle of the day? Sure. Does that mean that there won't be any good setups? Does that mean there won't be good times to trade in the middle of the day? No. There's plenty of days where I've seen the market rally 40, 50 points during lunch. It happens. People think that like traders all go to lunch, but let's be honest, like how many people actually go out to lunch anymore? I mean, we've all been sitting here. I mean, it's lunchtime and none of us are going to lunch. It's almost 1 o'clock. So how many other traders out there are just like, oh my God, it's lunchtime. Let me go down to Starbucks for the next 2 hours and then I'll come back and see what happens. Like, I would say most traders are fucking trading all day long. So if the market starts moving, it doesn't really matter about what time it is. I think the whole thing is if you're only losing money after 11 o'clock, there's probably something about that, right? Like you're either just FOMOing, you're getting, you know, some emotion, something. There's something going on with your overall kind of emotion. Because really, at the end of the day, if all you do is trade the same exact setup over and over and over, and you look for, you know, the same setups over and over, it doesn't matter what time it is. It doesn't matter what day it is. None of that matters. All that matters is you're just looking for that same setup over and over and over. You know, that's literally like, that's all it comes down to. You're just trading the same setup over and over and over. And yes, I would agree. I think it's, at a certain point, it's probably best to walk away. You know? Well, I don't even know if it's like if people make mistakes because of mental. I think it's more just like, it's a FOMO thing, right? Like you end up missing out. Like let's say you missed out on this move back up here and you're like, fuck, like I should have took that trade. You know, you're sitting there and you're like, I should have took that trade. Like how many times, like that's the worst part about trading, right? Is like you have a plan. Let's say you're like, okay, I'm going to buy down here, but then you end up not buying because you're like, well, it faked me out right there. I'm not going to buy. So then you end up not buying. The market pushes up here. You know, it goes from the 88s to the 98s, 100, 10 points there. And then what happens? What do? You end up FOMOing. You're like, well, fuck, the market's going to go higher now. And then you end up buying here at the 96s. And then guess what? Now the market's pulling back. Like that's, I mean, I've done that, right? Like I've done that so many times. Like I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I've never done that before. 100%. I've done that. It's like that's the thing about trading is trading very much will like give you these signals of like, fuck, like you get this FOMO signals. All right. So you got confirmation that we're getting the bottom. That's your confirmation. You don't end up getting into the trade because you're not sure. And then it ends up pushing higher. And then all of a sudden you're like, fuck, I should have jumped in. So what do? You're like, fuck it, I'm going to jump in. And then you jump in here, you get stopped out here, and then guess what? The market then pushes higher. You know? So that's just a great way to think about it. The market loves to trap buyers and sellers and then basically do the exact opposite of what you think it's going to do after you got trapped. You know, everybody was like down here at the 88s. I'm going to short below this level. Short. We're going to the 70s. And guess what? The market was like, no. It's not that simple, my friends. Because really, you got to think about it. Like, if I'm a short seller, I'm not trying to sell down here. What am I? No way. I'm not trying to short the bottom. Come on. If I'm a big seller, and let's say I'm trying to sell 100 contracts short, well, there's no fucking way I'm going to short at the bottom. Right? Like, there's literally no fucking way that I'm going to short down here at the 90s. So I need the market to push back up, create liquidity for me to start selling into. So if I'm going to be shorting, I want to be shorting, you know, up at these levels. So then we can get that move through it. I don't want to be shorting down here, hoping we're going to break downside. I want a good overall spot to get in. And that's how smart money's thinking. They're looking for areas that are going to give them an advantage to be able to get in and get out. Those traps are the advantage. They see the trap's there. Okay, perfect. And look at the reaction. You know, I could have bought 100 contracts down here and then sold into this move up because now we have all these fucking shorts having to get covered. So we're creating buying pressure. We're creating buyers, basically creating artificial buying pressure. I don't even call it artificial, but we're basically creating buying pressure for this move back up. So let's really kind of think about these things. We do have that overnight high here at the 98, 97s. I think I'm going to pretty much be done for the day. I'm kind of at a point where I'm happy with it. I feel good about it. I don't like to overstay my welcome, you know? I don't want to overstay my welcome. Sometimes, you know, when you go to a party and the party's fun, you make money. Well, maybe you don't make money, but maybe you go to the party, you have food, you have a couple drinks, you have a good time. And then you're like, well, you know, it's probably a good idea for me just to leave the party now. You know, I've had a good time. I enjoyed the night. I met some people. We had a good time. But now I'm going to go home and go to bed. And that's kind of what day trading comes down to, I think, sometimes. You don't want to be the last person at the party. That's for sure. Here we go. It's almost 1 o'clock. So I'm pretty much, I think I'm going to go ahead and tap out here. Kind of interested to see. I'll stay live until at least 1. I want to see if this is going to break out to this upside now. I'm a little butthurt because, well, we had that original trade here. It's kind of funny. I'm not like, this is all, it's like I'm learning every day, right? Like, what can I do? How could I have done better with this trade? Well, I would say with this setup right here, I mean, pretty much I probably should have taken profit when we got stuck here. You know, or worse come to worse, I mean, it should just been, I'm getting out once we get stuck here. Because you can see, we got right through there. We got on this next move up. So it's also like a thing, think about it like this. If we're putting in, let's look at it without the Lux algo. But if we're looking at it like, where's this low? This low is right here at the 88s. So we push up here 94s, right? Not a lot of room to run through there. So it's like we need more. It's almost like we need to pull the market back a little bit and then make the push, right? So you basically get this pull back here and then we get the big push up there. So that's a good little lesson sometimes, I think, to think about, especially when you have like that overall downtrend. It's like, is that going to be enough push to get through here? Probably not. You need that trap, and that's exactly what happened. Because now, guess what? Everybody shorted. They shorted. Now they're trapped. Market's going to squeeze back up. And it looks like we're going 4,000s. The best part is fucking Abyss got long at 97. He got short at 95. Now the market's 98. You can't make this shit up. Like, I swear. Abyss, I'm telling you, this guy is fucking spot on. Like, I think I'm good at trading. Abyss is literally the worst possible trader in the world. And he's that good. He's that good at being wrong. He's literally that good at being wrong. How is it possible? How can someone be that good at being wrong? Is it a skill? I'll never know. The best part is Abyss probably just got long. He probably just got long at the top. Oh, fuck. Abyss, did you just get long again? I guarantee he probably got long at fucking 99 here. And the market just dumped again. He got long at 98.75 and then, oh, fuck. Oh, my gosh. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, we only need 10 more likes here, guys. 10 more likes. Come on. Come on. Help me out here. Help me out here. Help me, help me, help you. Help me, help you. 10 more likes and we're at 1,000. And then I can go to the gym. Go to the gym. No way. Abyss, I feel like Abyss sometimes, it's like he can't be that bad. Like, how can somebody be that bad? He took 5 trades so far and he's been wrong about every 5 trades. I don't know. Not sure how that works. And yep, we're pretty much just chopping around right now. So, like I said earlier, when the market's kind of, you know, we're at this level where we're just kind of, you know, we made the big move earlier. Now the market's trying to decide which way it wants to go, trying to search for those buyers and sellers. So, I think it's a good time to just walk away. I'm pretty happy with it. We had an amazing morning. We had some really good trades. We got an amazing short from the top. We fucking shorted right at the top. Got that big move down. That's exactly what we were looking for. And now we're just kind of chopping around down here at the lows. And I'm happy with it. That's what it's all about. We wake up in the morning. We get on the computer. We trade the setups. We make the fucking money. We go to the gym. We come back. We do it all over again every day, 9:15 a.m. So if you guys haven't already hit that like button, you already know what to do. Let's blow it up. Also, like I said, there is the button, you know, subscribe button as well. So if you guys want to learn more, tune in every day, 9:15 a.m. We're doing it live. I don't want to say I'm the only one doing it live on YouTube, but I'm the only one doing it live every day, making the money. I mean, there's other people out there that are doing live streams, but I don't really know what the fuck they're doing because they're obviously not fucking trading and doing what I'm doing. They're playing, they're twiddling their thumbs, basically. So on the 15-minute chart, kind of looking reversely here. Starting to push back up. We got the smiley face there. He's looking a little evil. Maybe a little, maybe a bot. That was kind of a bad. Where do we go? We'll go with you. You got a red eye. Oh, he's Terminator. The Terminator. Oh. Art with Patrick. Hey. I call this the, I don't even know what you call this setup here. Pretty much what we're looking for is we're looking to get to the eyeball. We're looking for this to go right to that eyeball right there. So, there it is. All right, so we got 1,000 likes. We got almost 10,000 views on the stream. We're starting to fizzle out here, so I'm pretty happy with the with that. So normally I trade, I would say what, 3 or 4 hours a day, and then I try to walk away and be done with it. Today, a great day, great example of just staying alive. There it is. I'm happy with it. So there it is. Mega Money Mondays. Whew. Like I said, if there's anybody out there, a YouTuber, day trading YouTuber, that's you gotta have at least, I don't know, 60,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers. If you want some of this, want some of these guns, baby, let's go in the fucking ring. Charity boxing match. Charity boxing match. The charity is gonna be Patrick Wieland charity. I'm getting paid, baby. But there it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. I think we got some stuff going on this week, numbers-wise, and all that fun stuff, as always, in the market. So we'll see what happens. Tune in. Let's get some more action this week. Make some more money, baby. The market's going to be heating up all week long. We're going to be getting some moves, getting some action, doing it all live right here on the tube. So I'll see you guys then, 9:15 a.m. every morning. You know how to do it. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm going to go to the gym. Get ready for my celebrity boxing match. One day, someone's going to step up to the plate. Someone's going to have the cojones to step up to the plate one day. But until then, I'll just keep preparing. I'll keep preparing, getting ready. So, peace to the Middle East. I enjoyed. Today was a good day. We didn't really have anything too crazy going on. So, I'll see you guys then. Peace. Shoo.